up, y'all? Welcome to the Pick and Pop Podcast. My name is Adon. I'm here with Seabass, aka Sebastian, aka Blast. I'm also here with Lepster, aka Lobster, aka Lev Sakarowski. Welcome back. Yes,
Welcome,
sir.
welcome.
If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're here again, welcome back. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you for tuning in wherever you're at.
Yes,
Spotify,
sir.
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you at. Twitter. We appreciate y'all.
Third one.
Yeah, man. First off, just happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We appreciate you guys. Love you guys so much. Every day is pretty much Mother's Day at this point. You know, I mean, it's always been
100%.
like that. Yeah. So, but you know, it's a great day to appreciate them, and yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Shout out
Thank
all
you
the
very
moms
much.
out there.
Shout out
Yeah,
my mom, my grandma, all the women in my life. Thank you.
definitely.
All the women. All the women.
Yeah, it wouldn't be nowhere without my mom, without all the women in my life. So
Takes a village.
yeah, it does. Everybody, moms, aunties, cousins, everybody. Appreciate all you guys. But yeah, let's talk basketball now, though. I know Left has a lot to say about the Suns. He has a lot to say about the
Lester
Suns.
itching.
So he's been itching to talk. I know the Warriors are out the playoffs too, but you know they won the championship last year, so we're not going to talk about them. You
I'll
know,
get them later. No
yeah,
worries.
Left will get them later.
I'll
But
get
the
them later.
Suns had a bad meeting with Luca, and they had a bad meeting with the Joker. So Lester, take it away. What do you got to say about the
I'm
Suns?
gonna say
we go.
European superstars. First was Luca, and now with the Joker. First Booker went home. Chris Paul went home, and guess who went home now? Mr. KD. I told people they don't believe me. They said Leb is stupid. Leb doesn't know basketball. KD is gonna win it all. Blah blah blah. Leb says KD would never win another championship. And
Yeah.
KD is proving me right. He's not a leader. See, Bass, you know how he started the game? 0-for-11. That's not superstar. That's no leader.
It's tough.
You know what you
Yeah.
call that, AD? A loser.
Wow.
And I will
Loser.
not end it here. Chris Paul, what did I tell people? He will never win a championship. Either he doesn't show up, he gets injured, he's old, he scores 0 points. We don't forget Bullock. Put him in jail. We didn't need a player to put him
I
in
was
jail
Lester's
this year.
favorite player last year, Reggie Bullock.
We just
Reggie
needed
Willick.
himself.
Freddie Smith Jr. Oh,
I
man.
knew Chris Paul
Never
was going
forget
to be
it.
out of. I
Never
knew.
forget
I know Chris Paul wasn't even going to last the series. He did a little jump. He went, "Oh my leg!" But he was smart. He knew he was going to lose.
Yeah.
He knew he was going to lose. That's a smart injury. He didn't want to get embarrassed.
Oh, man.
That-
Best
I will
leader in the
finish-
NBA, Chris Paul.
I will finish
You
here.
think?
KD, not a leader. Chris Paul, a loser. And Devin
Yeah.
Booker, do not compare him to Kobe Bryant, please. 2 closing series, he did not
Yeah.
show up for that closing game. He is not Kobe Bryant. He is also a loser. Kobe Bryant
Booker was a
rest in
beast
peace.
before that.
You're the best.
Gotta give him some props, but yeah, the last couple games were rough.
Yeah.
I'll end it there.
That's Lev's take on the Suns, man. Lev does not like the Suns. A lot of
And
people
I will
don't
be
know
back.
this. Lefster will be back. Excuse me. A lot of people don't know this, but Lefster was actually blocked by KD years ago. People don't know
KD
that story though.
KD is proof, living proof.
Yeah, Lefster has the receipts, but yeah, that's it. That's it with Lefster. Let's talk about the Suns, and yeah, man, Suns are out the playoffs, but there's also a guy that might be out the league, Ja Morant. Let's talk Ja Morant. Ja
Ja Wick,
Morant,
as they like to say.
right? Some people call him Ja Wick. You know, it's not John Wick, Ja Wick. So Ja Morant, what's next for Ja Morant? I mean, we know what happened to him. Another video surfaced that, you know,
Crazy, man. Crazy.
yeah. I mean, everyone knows what happened. I don't even have to explain it. But Ja Morant, what's next for Ja Morant? Is he going to be a double-digit suspension? Is he suspended half the season, a full season? I mean, what's going to happen? Seabass, Lefster?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest question right now. Everyone's wondering is how big is that suspension? Because everyone knows he's gonna get suspended. There's no way.
Yeah,
NBA obviously they suspended him. Well, the Grizzlies suspended him, but I'm pretty sure the NBA is gonna come in now. They're gonna suspend him. How long? I'm not sure. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe 20, 25 games
yeah.
to start the season. But I can honestly see it going like half the season if they really want to make an example out of him and be like, hey, we're not tolerating this kind of behavior. Plus, they already gave him like a slap on the wrist earlier. They let him go off easy, and then he comes back and does it again for the second time. I mean,
Right.
he just shown that he hasn't learned from his mistakes. You give
Yeah.
people second chances, you learn from your mistakes. But then he went out and literally did the same exact thing, and
All right.
you can't really. That just goes to show either he's being immature or he just doesn't care. And I mean, at some
Yeah.
point, actions have consequences, so they're probably gonna come up here for John Morant.
Yeah. I mean,
I
that
don't
has to. I
know.
mean, I think it happened
So
like 2 months ago, right? Lobster.
Yeah, it was
The
recent.
sea bass. Yeah.
less like a month and a half, like
Wow.
right
Like a
before the
month and a
season ended.
half.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy, man. I mean, to literally miss games. I mean, it was in the middle of the season, so I feel like the implications weren't as much. So he's like, I'll just
Mm.
sit out, whatever, go to the little rehab counseling or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he just comes back and then he does it again. But that's what happens when you don't give consequences. People, they get let off easy and then they think they can keep getting away with it. And
Right.
that's just, what happens. That's why consequences are needed for certain things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
What you
a
saying,
famous
Lobster?
quote from a rapper. AD will love this one. Everyone will love
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Uh-huh.
Fool me twice, shame
Yeah.
on me. I think it's the second time that J. Cole, Mr. J. Cole right there.
Yeah. Shout out to J.
Shout out the
Cole.
GOAT,
I,
J.
I,
Cole.
I
Oh, the
think
GOAT.
it's
Oh, wow.
once they're gonna
Yeah.
be okay.
Yeah.
Shame on you. You're gonna fix it. You get away with twice. It's gonna be shame on the NBA.
Yeah.
So I think this time, and unfortunately, you can if you. I don't know if you guys saw the video. People saw the video. If you did, his friend knew it was wrong. His friend tried to put, if in the last second, he tried to pull this video out because he know
Yeah,
Jim
he
Morant
That's
did.
did
crazy.
not put it.
Yeah, that's crazy you said that, Lester. 'Cause I was telling my dad that too. I was like, I think the guy, his friend, tried to cover it when
He
Ja,
did.
yeah, he did,
Yeah,
right? When Ja, yeah, that's
Because he
crazy.
pulled it off as
Morant.
soon as he flashed it. He like put his phone down, like you see, like he put it like on his shirt, and he was covering it, like trying to, I guess,
Yeah, he
make sure that
knew.
no one saw it and stuff.
Like I said,
Right.
people are blaming his friend. I'm like, his friend didn't want him to bring the gun out. Like the friend tried to
Yeah,
protect
Yeah.
him.
I
This
think
is
that was
on
the
John
big thing I
Morant.
saw a lot of people talking about. Yeah, like it wasn't that if he
Definitely.
had the gun out already and he was flashing it, and then the friend started pulling up recording, then I'd be like, all right, just let
Yeah.
him up. But he was recording, just chilling, they're in the car,
Singing
whatever,
the
blasting
song.
music, enjoying themselves,
Right.
and then he pulls out the gun for no reason, flashing it, like trying to be cool and stuff. And I feel like that's the part that's gonna make it look worse. Like it's
Yeah.
just he intentionally did it to make himself look better. And it's
Mm-hmm.
tough, man. The NBA is a business first and foremost. They're always going to promote their business as best as they can, get the most ads and sponsorship that they can get, get the most money for everyone in the NBA. So they're not going to let this slide. They can't let it slide because then other players and stuff like that, you kept letting things pile up like this, then it just tarnishes the image of the NBA. And then
It's
that kills everyone's money. All the money that the NBA players get is from the revenue, the TV deals with ESPN, all these other big
Oh yeah,
companies
it's
that are
all about
paying to get
revenue.
the
Yeah.
game. So
he might be done with Nike. That's one thing I do want to say.
Oh man, I was
I don't
excited about his. I was
I
excited
don't
about his
know.
shoes too. I was ready to buy his shoes.
I don't know Nike
that's
makes
tough.
the
Yeah.
shoe right now because the thing about
Yeah.
it is the NBA is a business, and I get people are human, right? But then
Mm-hmm.
also everyone on social media, even us, anyone on social media, people
Yeah.
look at you and kids look at you, and when you're
Right.
that high of a status and you're showing kids things like that, that's a
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
look. Because one, we have to realize what society we in. There's people in Chicago getting killed every day. There's teenagers, 16, 17 years old, that will never see the light of day no more because someone
Mm-hmm.
shot them. And then you think living the thug life or whatever you want to call it, pretending you live that life, you don't want to live that
Right.
life. You don't want to live a
Yeah.
life where you
No.
have to worry about someone coming down the block and shooting you.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
like I've heard it many times. This is the first time I think I've seen a
Mm-hmm.
superstar trying to get himself out the NBA. He have millions,
Yeah. I seen a
and
lot of people say that. Right.
people are saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, his contract guarantees money. If he breaks our contract, guess what? He does not get that money. He could
Mm-hmm.
lose $200 million.
Yeah, there's
Like the
certain
Grizzlies
voids
can
that they
easily
have
say,
with contracts.
we're done with you for the year. You break this contract, you're not
Yeah.
playing the rest of the year." I don't think they'll do
Right.
that. But if the NBA does that to show, especially with things going on in the United
Mm-hmm.
States right now, with gun violence, with kids dying because people have guns, if he gets suspended for the year, I'm not surprised, and I'm also won't be mad about it. I'm not gonna go out
Yeah,
there protesting John Morant should play this year. It's up to the NBA. Like you said, you did it
Yeah.
once. They gave you a slap. You said, "I don't
Mm-hmm.
care." Now you did it
Yep.
twice.
Yeah. I hear you,
yeah.
Lester.
Contracts have voids in them. They have things to protect teams in cases like this, like if the players do what they're not supposed to, things like that. There's also stuff for injuries, like if they get a certain injury and things they're not supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
um, like roller. I don't even know. I forgot what it's called,
Snowboarding.
like dirt biking or stuff like that, like
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that you're not supposed to be doing during the
Right,
season.
right. John Wall
They
falling
have
in the
certain
shower.
boards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
certain boards for stuff like that,
Right,
to
yeah.
protect the team in case the players just become reckless or whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about is that what I don't get is that, especially I feel like in today's social media, like everyone, your brand, you have to build your brand, and your
Right.
brand is your value.
Mhm.
Like even for us, like obviously we're not a big brand, we're starting off, but we have our brand, the Pick and Pop podcast. We're trying to build that
Yeah.
brand to gain value. So if we're out here flashing guns, drinking and
Yeah.
smoking on the podcast, that's going to lower our brands. Ads and potential, sponsors are not going to want to sponsor our content as
Right.
much if we're displaying that kind of content. Even if you want to do it off camera, like that doesn't matter as long as
Yeah.
we're not, portraying that image and putting that image out there. Because then, like Lev said, obviously it's on the parents and the kids, but kids are easily influenced. They see stuff like that on a daily basis. They're going to be more prone to try it and stuff like that. So that's why it's important. Is just put on a good image for the kids. It's not even that hard of a thing to ask. It's not like we're asking them to completely change his personality or anything. It's just to literally just be a normal person, not flash guns and act crazy.
I'm
Do
not
all the
asking,
things
not
that
even
a
not drawing
normal
a gun.
person is not supposed to do. At least out in
If
the open, at least
if he
Yeah, I
sight.
wants to have a
agree. I
legal
agree.
gun, go ahead and have a legal gun. Do not
Mhm.
post it out there singing a rap song about whatever it is, posting your gun out because you are not
Yeah.
protecting yourself against anybody.
It's crazy. I want to go back to Lester, what you said about Nike. It's crazy because when the whole Kyrie deal was done after Kyrie's,
They dropped them.
they dropped Kyrie, and John Morant's supposed to be the replacement. He was
Oh
supposed to
my
Yeah,
god!
replace him. Yeah, like Nike wanted him to be the replacement and be the next big name for
Well,
Nike.
and then
they
now what
might
do they
drop
do with
him.
him? Do they
Yeah,
drop him?
right.
Yeah.
What do they do now? Yeah, like and is any player really gonna want to get right into that name right away after John Morant goes out? Or do they want to put a big name in there again? Like who takes those reins? So
And you have to think about it now. Free
yeah,
agency. Does anyone want to go play in Memphis now with everything going
yeah.
on?
No,
Like if I
it
knew,
yeah.
if someone said you want to play for Memphis, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, how many games Morant gonna be out?" Let's be
Right, yeah.
real.
No, that's a
Like we
big
don't
deal.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
players want to win.
very underrated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he might be out for half the season. I'm like half the season. Hey,
right.
hold on, that's a playoffs push. Like come on, or the whole season. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna throw a whole season out waiting for Morant to come.
Yeah. Now I feel
Yeah,
like
I mean, that's a game changer.
yeah, it is. I feel like Adam Silver is gonna have the hardest task ever with this one right here. Like, I think this is gonna be. I think for
Yeah,
Adam Silver, it's gonna have to be the meanest he's ever gonna have to be. Is right now. Like, I feel like he's done really great with the NBA. He's done a lot of things, but right now he's gonna have to be on his David Stern stuff. Like, he's got to really.
yeah.
David Stern
He's
was
gonna have to
tough.
back down.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's gotta
David
put his
Stern,
foot down right here.
he would
He
have been
really
out
has
for
to.
the season. David
Yeah,
Stern would have.
David
He
Stern
would have
doesn't
been.
play. Yeah, David Stern.
David Stern would have
Oh,
suspended him literally the next hour as soon as he saw that video.
right. I mean,
He's out for the year, voiding
done.
his contract. Like we might even send him to China with Dylan Brooks, dude.
Yeah.
Same
Oh
team, same
man.
flight.
Yeah.
Send him back to China on the same flight right there. Save
Right.
some money.
You put your headband backwards, and David Stern was like, "No, man, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
Everyone,
David
yeah,
Stern.
no headband backwards over here.
David
Yeah.
Stern was different, man. He had him
Yeah.
literally wearing suits and ties into the pregame warmups, into the
Yeah.
arena. Nobody could wear not even just a regular shirt. You couldn't even wear your own jersey to the game. You had to literally
Yeah.
wear a suit and tie. David Stern
And
was
Right.
not to mess with.
I don't mind that, and like I don't
Mm,
mind someone that's not strict, but
yeah.
like a parenting, right? You can be not strict to your kid until your kid does something really, really, really bad. And
Yeah.
like I said, people might not think that's horrible, right? But if you got a punishment already and you do the same thing over again, and they
Yep.
do a small punishment, what he's just gonna do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You have to set a precedent because, like I said, then you're just allowing other players to see this and be like, all right, we can get away with this. And then, like I said, it's just gonna hurt the image of the NBA, gonna hurt their sponsors, and less companies are gonna want to sponsor them. What if ESPN, let's say, a couple more players start doing stuff like that over the next couple
Yeah.
months before the season, over the off season?
ESPN is
Then
done.
ESPN is like, all right, let's pull our offer of the TV deal. We don't want to have this brand, we don't want to feature this NBA brand on our TV every week. So
Well,
Yeah.
then,
they could literally be
that's a
we
lot of money
won't
out of the players' hands too. So
they can literally be we won't
so
show certain players on TV. And what the NBA gonna do?
Yeah, no, this is definitely gonna change the landscape of the NBA. Whatever Adam Silver does with this suspension, whether it's 5, 10 games, or half a season, or a full season, whatever it is. I mean, it's gonna dictate a lot.
I think it's gotta
And
at least be longer than the games he missed last time. If he does a
yeah,
5,
it was
10
eight. It
game
was 8 games
suspension,
last time.
if
What are you predicting, Lobster?
what
You
I'm
saying half a season?
predicting
Right?
or what I want.
Nah, predicting.
I think
I
what
think
I'm
between 20
predicting
games,
for
20 to
20.
25 games.
Yeah,
for because this is a big for the owner, right? And he
right.
gets a lot of compliments and some, but I think he got to do half the season at least, if not the full.
Wow.
Because
Yeah,
for
half a
me,
season.
I could see
Wow.
that.
because
I could
think
definitely
about
see
it,
him missing like 40 games.
20
Mhm.
games, that's just you multiply the last one times 2. That's not that
Right.
bad. 20
Right.
games is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
20 games is not gonna affect your season. You're gonna come back like
Hmm.
nothing happened, right? But if you do half the season or the full season, then John Morant really, really affecting his money and winning the chip. 20 games is gonna mean nothing to him. You have to do a punishment that
Yeah.
is actually gonna make him think, "Oh, damn,
Right. Right.
I
Right.
really
Yeah.
fucked up."
Now, I definitely think, yeah, I think half a season, 40 games at the most. I wouldn't go any more than that, but I think 40.
Yeah, with half the
I could
season,
see
I'll be
that.
okay. And like I said, if it's full season, I will not be complaining or
Yeah, I
protesting.
wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think it should go full season, but I would not be surprised if it did.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
I
either.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
come out in
I
the
mean, all that
pockets and
means
be.
is Tyus Jones is going to be a first round pick next year in fantasy.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I think, yeah, it's
I
great
picked him
that.
up this year in fantasy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
huge for
Yeah.
me. So I'm be
Yeah.
looking to scoop him up again. He's going to be
Oh,
huge that
definitely.
first quarter of the season.
Yeah. I mean,
But
you heard
I
what
would,
LeBron said, best assist to turnover ratio off the bench. So,
like I said,
Tyus
if
Jones.
he gets
He's
the
had
full
the best
season,
in the NBA. He's had the best, highest assist to turnover ratio of the last like 3-4 years, I think.
and
Yeah.
this will change the
It's the
Western
whole NBA.
Conference too. Then we're
Oh,
looking at
yeah.
the
It changed a
Western
lot.
Conference
Yeah.
again.
No, it's really gonna change a lot, man. Ja Morant, man. Ja Morant.
Ja Wick.
Ja Wick. We're gonna see what happens with him. But let's get into the NBA. The NBA playoffs. Let's get back into the playoffs. The conference finals is on the way. Got the East.
Juicy. He's looking
Oh,
juicy.
it's super juicy. We got the conference finals. The first. I don't know. There's a stat that came out that said this conference finals right here is the same as the bubble. Denver versus the Lakers, Heat versus the Celtics, and I mean the bubble was no fluke because these guys are back and
Different team, different
back
players.
and better too. Yeah, no, it's gonna be really really good conference finals. Definitely a classic. Let's start in the East. Let's talk about Miami. I mean, what are we expecting from Miami? Who's a big X factor for Miami going into that series? Because a lot of people have them losing. Everyone has them losing actually, except me. But everyone has them losing.
I'm
What's the X
gonna
factor for the Heat going into
I'm
it?
gonna
ESPN put a
say
graphic that said that they have a 3%
Three
chance of winning
percent.
this
Yeah, I
series.
saw it. No, I
That's
saw it
crazy.
today. I saw it
That was
today. Yeah.
crazy though. Like
I'm
that's
gonna
so
say
low. Like
yeah.
that's
I
wild.
think
Considering how
Wow.
good they've been playing.
I
Yeah.
think AD will be surprises about this.
No,
I
I'm not
think
surprised. Go ahead. Let's
no
see.
Coach is
about what
gonna
I'm
pick the
gonna
Heat?
say.
No way.
No
I don't know.
way.
I'm not gonna. Can I say who I got, or do you want me to wait?
Nah. Say you got. Say you got.
Okay,
Get
I
into
will
it.
explain here.
Yeah.
This is tough. I don't want to say it. I don't want to
Groundbreaking
say it.
moment in history.
Yeah. Yeah.
Considering
Yeah.
This is
I'm a Heat
what's up.
fan.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna come down to this, right?
Yeah. Your X
Um,
factor. Mm-hmm.
Celtics don't play. They're gonna play 5 out most of the time. Tatum's gonna play
Right.
iso ball, right? The
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing is gonna come down to is how Spo gonna use Bam to defend, because if Spo is gonna have him in the
Yeah.
corner guarding Horford, it's over, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta find ways to keep him in the paint, right? Because you
Mm-hmm.
need some kind of protection, shot blocking, right? I think it's gonna come down to this. But if Spo can put Bam in the right situations, right?
Right. Best defender on the
Again,
Heat.
yeah, because the problem I have with Bam, or the little trouble I have with it, when he plays people like Brook Lopez, right? Brook
Mm-hmm.
Lopez went 30 for he killed it, right? Brook Lopez
Yeah.
is not the reason the Bucks lost, right? So my thing is, if Horford, he's a shooting center, right, is gonna
Right.
open because they did not have a shooting center in the Knicks. This is the one thing I'm worried about picking the Heat is the
Mm-hmm.
Celtics. All 5 of them can shoot. They're going to open the
Yeah.
floor and they're going to open you up. Let me see what Bam can do about that. Because we haven't seen Bam against the shooting center yet. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see what he does about that, and we see. But
Yeah.
it's hard to bet against
Bam,
Jimmy
they
Butler.
played a lot of
Yeah.
centers like that, 5 out and stuff.
Against the
Bam's
Bucks,
more
they
than
did.
mobile enough.
The Bucks, they did. But the biggest difference there is with the
Mm.
Bucks, he was guarding Giannis. Giannis can't shoot really, so Bam can guard him a little bit. And I don't see the center. What's the center's name for the Celtics?
Robert Williams.
Rob
Robert
Williams.
Williams. I don't see him getting too many minutes this series. He
Mm.
just doesn't look the same.
Really?
Unfortunately, from last year,
I think
he
he's
looks
gonna play
hurt.
more. Game 7, he was huge for them.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah, he
He
huge,
was big.
started.
but I
I
think if
think
you do
I
the
wouldn't be
scouting
surprised Celtics to go
report,
back to that lineup.
if you go to scouting report, I'm putting Horford at the 5, spreading out the line,
Mm.
spreading everything out, making
Horford at the 5.
and letting Smart or one of those boys go iso ball,
Okay.
or doing pick and rolls with the guards and letting
Yeah.
Bam choose what the hell you gonna do. Are you
Mm.
gonna leave Horford wide open? But surprisingly, I will say
Yeah.
I got the Celtics in 7. I think it's a 7-game series.
Celtics in 7. Like
I wanted.
last year. Celtics in 7 like
I
last
think
year.
it's a
Okay.
close game, but I
Yeah.
think this series
Mhm.
means more to Tatum than any other player. Because if Tatum lost that game 6 to the Sixers, I think
Yeah.
Tatum would have been gone from the Celtics. I think this is the
Yeah.
last run for this. I think if the Celtics don't win this one, that team is split up. Someone
Yeah.
is leaving.
No, it's a big
And
year for the Celtics. And
Brown
I hear
and
what you're
Tatum.
Yeah, no, it's a big year for the Celtics. I understand what you're saying, but the X factor is Bam. I believe the X factor is
The X
Bam.
factor is bad, but
Yeah.
no, better fact. The X factor is the coaches.
Yeah.
What are you going to do offensively to not
Mhm.
let Bam be in the paint? And what are you going to do defensively if they do go 5 out? Because if you remember that last series, they went 5 out a lot last year, and they had Horford in the corner shooting threes. So if you go 5 out and Robert Williams is not playing many minutes
Uh-huh.
during that time, where are you going to put Bam? Are you going to have Bam guarding Smart? Are you going to have
Yeah.
Bam guarding Tatum?
Yeah, no,
Because
it's
if you have Bam guarding the corner, Horford,
Mhm.
making
Yeah.
him come, he's gonna be like a Rudy Gobert, and you're just gonna dump it to whoever's open.
No, that's gonna be a big question. Just who is Bam gonna guard in this series? But Seabass, how you feeling? Who's the X factor for the series?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna flip it the opposite. I know Lev says he has some worries about Bam on defense and things of that nature, but I'm the
Mhm.
opposite. I have no worries about Bam on defense or the Heat on defense. If anything, I trust Spo more than any coach in the NBA on the
Yeah.
defensive side. That he's gonna maximize everyone he's got. They've been doing it throughout his whole career. But my worry with Miami is on offense. Like I said, I've been saying it for a while.
Yeah, you have
And
been.
they've been overcoming it. They've been doing well as a team, but this is going to be the biggest test because the Celtics are by far the most talented team left in the playoffs. They're not the most consistent team,
Definitely.
which hurts them. But as far as pure talent on paper, they have the best team definitely left in the playoffs. So this is going to be the biggest matchup for the Heat. And I think for me, my X factor is Gabe Vincent because I think he's
Gabe
going
Vincent.
to have a really good series for them to keep it close. Because, like I said, the talent disparity is pretty big in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But Gabe Vincent's been pretty good all playoffs. He hasn't been as good as
UT Santa Barbara.
UC Santa Barbara. He hasn't been
Yeah.
amazing, but he's been good enough to keep them afloat. And I think he's the only one, probably maybe besides Kyle Lowry on occasion now. He used to be,
Right.
but that can really create from three. Get a shot off from three, create off the dribble, just create
Mhm.
his own shots from the outside. Something that they don't have that they used to have with Tyler Hero. I don't know what his status is right now when
Yeah.
he's planning to come back. If he is this series,
They're saying
Not
they
for
don't
the
have
series.
anyone else that can have
Yeah,
they're
for the
saying
finals. He might be
Friday.
back for the finals.
for the finals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's tough, but he's the only one, like I said, besides Kyle Lowry. But I don't know if Lowry can do it for more than like 20, 25 minutes at this point. But he's the only
Mhm.
other guy that can add that kind of pressure, that can create from three. Have to play a little bit higher off the pick and roll if he's hitting his shots. He has some inconsistent games. He's not a perfect player. That's why he's not a consistent starter. But he has games where he can get hot. He'll explode for 20, 25 plus. So I
Yeah.
think he's my X factor. If he can hit those shots,
Right.
open up the Heat's offense a little bit more and keep the Celtics a little bit more on their toes on defense, and
Yeah.
just if he makes them respect him on offense, that opens up a lot more for Jimmy, a lot more for Bam
Mhm.
to be able to get those cuts, Max Juice for everybody, all those guys, because
Mhm.
then they can't focus on just Jimmy helping off every time, cheating off, you know, just like that's how they play defense. They're a great defensive team. They have the personnel to play. But if you
Yeah.
can get some production from someone like Gabe Vincent, that opens up your offense. Think of I'm not comparing him to Trey Young or Damian Lillard
Yeah.
before people go
Yeah.
crazy. But in a similar manner where you have to just play a little bit higher on those kind of guys just because they offer that threat, that changes the defense. So it makes it a little bit harder to guard a team. That's why those guys are so valuable. Guys that can create from three, off the
Yeah,
dribble, pull up threes. Guys like that's why Steph Curry's so good because he's the greatest of all time at creating off the dribble, off
yeah,
those pull up threes, off the pick and roll, and that's why he's so dominant because it's just so hard to guard that. And you're guarding on the pick and roll. It's so hard for the big to navigate and decide where he wants to come up. Then you're leaving the big to roll right there on offense. So it just creates a lot of mismatch problems. So he's my X factor. He's gonna be huge for
yeah.
them if
No,
he
he's
can
gonna be
play.
huge.
I think if he can have like one or two big games where he explodes for 20 plus, has a really good game,
Yeah,
and then they win
like the Bucks
two
did.
games,
Mhm,
yeah, that's gonna be huge. And then he doesn't have to be consistent every night
mhm.
because he's like won't be. But like I said, as long as he has at least two or three of those big
Yeah,
games that'll keep him close and potentially winning one or two games,
yeah.
that's gonna be huge, and that's gonna keep it close.
Really
But he's
solid
my X
defender
factor.
too. Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
agree, man.
very.
Who do
Hey,
you
I
got,
love Gabe
Seabass?
Vincent. I love Bam. Rob
Who
Lobster.
does Seabass? Who do you have this series?
Oh yeah, yeah. Who do you have? Good one, Lobster. Who do you have?
Yeah, like I said,
Ah,
with I like the Heat. I really like the Heat. I just, for
yeah,
me, I can see them winning it for sure, but I have to trust the Celtics. I think they just
yeah.
have too much for me to pick against.
Nah,
I
I
love their
understand that.
roster. I think they just have like I said it before the playoffs, I think, or sometime during the course of the season, but they
Mm,
have the most perfect roster I've seen in a while for today's modern NBA. They can deploy so many guys, like Leb was saying. Horford can play the five, space out. They can throw Rob Williams like they did Game 7 and go back to that oversized lineup.
right.
And you have Horford. You just have a bunch of size, two rim protectors, versatility everywhere. Derek White's been playing fantastic. So
Yeah, we're gonna get into the Celtics, Seabass. We're gonna get into the Celtics. Save that. We're gonna get into the Celtics. But I know you
yeah,
got,
yeah.
I know you got Gabe Vincent. I know Lepster has Bam.
I got Celtics in 6.
Yeah, Celtics in 6. I like that. Celtics in 6. Lepster has Celtics in 7. Okay, okay. Well, look, my X factor is Kyle Lowry. Actually, I know he had a horrible season. Like, I mean, I was just like every other Heat fan that did not like Kyle Lowry this year. I was hoping they traded him at the deadline. They didn't do it. I don't know. I don't know what was going on with Pat Riley and Spo, but they decided to keep him, and now he's here. But I thought in the playoffs he's been really good. He had a good first round against the Bucks, but he was really pivotal in that Knicks playoffs. He was huge. I mean, I read a stat. I think he was like 12 points a game, 5 assists, one steal, like something like that. And like he was playing really well in that series. And I mean, he was
Yeah,
one of the big parts, big reason that the Heat won that series. So, definitely, my bad, excuse me, but definitely, Kyle Lowry was a huge piece. I think if he can continue that going into the conference finals, it's gonna be huge. You know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna start, but I think he's gonna be huge coming off that bench, just like the Knicks series where he came off the bench. So Kyle Lowry's gonna be big. I do got the Heat in. Whoo! I got the Heat in 6. I got the Heat in 6. I think they're gonna do the same thing they did in 2020. Heat in 6. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the same ending like the Bam block and they win the game. Game 6. But
that was one of the greatest blocks of all time.
yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely, without a doubt, one of the greatest blocks of all time. Shout out to the Heat that year. Shout out to Crowder and Iguodala, that whole team. I love that team. But I got the Heat in 6. I got the Heat in 6. I think they get it done at home, game 6, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see
I have I
how it
have one
looks.
way
Yeah.
that the Heat win.
Uh-huh.
So this is my second X factor.
Right.
If Mr. Duncan Robinson can play like the bubble Duncan Robinson
Yeah.
and score 20 a game and
Uh-huh.
be that second scorer they need,
Duncan Robinson's gonna be big this series.
the
Duncan.
He's
Heat
gonna be
can
playing
win.
minutes too. Shout out to Dunkin' Donuts, but he's gonna be playing big minutes. I
If
can
he
see it
plays
already.
anything like he did last year, the Heat
Yeah.
are done. But
If the
if he can
Strus
give
is if Strus is loose too. I do want to say that, Lester. If Strus is
He's gonna be
loose,
huge for
his
them.
shoes is
yeah,
loose. But I think
you
this is a
know.
legacy series for Duncan Robinson. Because people are
Wow.
saying he sucks. People are
Hmm.
saying he's not gonna get a
Duncan
big
Robinson's legacy is on
contract.
the line here.
But no,
Yeah.
his career's on
His
the line
career, his
right now.
$90 million contract is on the line right now.
Because
Yeah.
if he doesn't do anything,
Yeah.
he is not gonna get no kind of contract next year.
Yeah. I want to see what UD does too. Is UD gonna get some minutes? Like what happens with UD?
Nah, he's getting
Nah, I'm
minutes.
playing with you. I'm playing.
He's
But
gonna get minutes.
nah. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens though. UD is gonna be big in that locker room though. But let's talk Boston though. I mean, the way they looked in that game 7, excuse me, against Philly, looked like the best team in the NBA. I mean, when I was watching them, like it's crazy. I was telling Seabass and Lefster off the off pick and pop off the scene. I was like, I really want the Celtics. I really do. That's what I want. I think the Sixers might be a problem. Excuse me. Like I think Sixers might be a problem. I really don't want Sixers versus Miami. I was like, that might be a tough matchup. I really want Boston. I think we got them. But seeing them in that game 7, man, like they look like the best team in the NBA. I'm not scared of them, but they look like the best team in the NBA, and wouldn't be surprised if they won the series. Wouldn't be surprised if they won the championship. They look like the best team. Lefster, Seabass, how you guys feeling about them? How you feeling about the Celtics?
It's
They're
gonna
good.
come down
They're good.
Yeah,
They're good. They're good.
yeah.
They're super inconsistent.
That's the thing. That's the only thing. They are inconsistent. One day Tatum will have 20. Next game he'll have 7. Malcolm Brogdon sometimes play like the 6th man of the year. Sometimes he plays like no man's land. So I mean, we got to see what happens with Boston. Is the defense going to be? We know they don't have Udoka right now. They have a new coach now. Would the defense be there against the Heat? The defense last time against the Heat last year was huge in that game 7. Well, if they go down to a game 7, can Boston make those adjustments down the stretch? The way Jimmy Butler and the Heat been playing the fourth quarter. I mean, I would be scared. I would be scared if I was the Celtics. So we got to wait and see what happens with them.
I think
Yeah.
it's coming down
Mm-hmm.
to can Tatum
Uh-huh.
and Brown
Tatum and Brown.
be buddies for one series, because
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown don't want to be there. Jaylen Brown want more touches. Tatum want more touches. Can they figure it out and both be happy with the amount of touches and play like a team? If they can play like a team, be happy in the locker room, not be
Mm-hmm.
selfish for a series.
Yeah, you don't have
It
to
might
like
be
each
a
other. Yeah.
Just don't be selfish for a series, because
Right.
the only thing that can beat the Celtics is the Celtics, and we saw it Game 5 against the
I agree.
76ers, right? Because
They've done it. I mean, they played terrible against the Hawks. That should have been an easy sweep. Took them to 6. First 3-4 games against the Sixers was terrible. Looked like they went down 3-2. They won the last 2. They turned that up, but they've just been inconsistent all year, man. I think
Yeah.
a big part of that is Joe Mazzulla
Yeah.
still learning and navigating how to be a coach and stuff. Obviously,
Definitely.
they did well with Udoka last year. I think defense carries a little bit more weight in the playoffs, so we'll see how his adjustments do. He made the big adjustment inserting Rob back into the starting lineup,
Huge.
and
Huge.
kind of what Lev
Like
was
that.
talking about. I wonder. I wouldn't be surprised if they stick with that to start the series at least, with that big lineup with Horford at the 4, Rob at the 5, just to get some more rim protection. He can play off. They'll probably have him playing off Kevin Love or Bam, one of those two, just so he can
Yeah.
help out a little bit more in the rim,
oh
provide more rim
yeah,
protection.
Rob will
But I could see
play
them also
Bam.
going 5 out just because the Heat have been really good from 3 this year, and
Mm-hmm.
just being able to guard the perimeter a little bit more, switch a little bit more on the top, those off-ball screens and stuff. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Mazzulla does this series.
Yeah. And I mean, the rotation's been iffy too. Like, I mean, Grant Williams hasn't really been playing. They've been going to like a
Yeah,
6-man rotation, but the whole year they were going like I think 8-man rotation. So I mean, I really want to see what they do in this series. And
But if the
like Steve said as well too with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Like, I mean, you don't have to like each other. That 2018 with the Celtics, they came out and said they didn't like each other either, but
they
they
hate
still
each
won a
other,
championship. Yeah. I mean, I
I'll
have some
say
high
one
school
thing:
teammates I don't like either. No, I'm playing. Nah, I'm joking. But yeah,
if
yeah,
Boston play like they played Game 7,
yeah,
it might be a quick one. It might be 5. It might be a sweep. If
yeah.
Boston figure out how to play every
Hmm.
game that they play Game 7 in Boston,
Right.
it's
No,
a wrap.
I'm telling you,
It's a wrap.
they look like the best team in the NBA the other night. So I wouldn't be surprised either. I would not be surprised by anything Boston does right now. Whether it's the conference finals, it goes to the finals, I wouldn't be surprised.
Win it all.
Yeah.
yeah. This is not gonna be easy though by any means. Though it's not gonna be that quick and simple. I just
No,
can't see
no,
it
not
with
at all.
how
Not with the
Miami's
Heat.
been playing,
Yeah.
with their personnel, with Erik Spoelstra.
Pat Riley,
I mean, anytime you
QB.
give Spoelstra time to set up and dive into the teams, he's just so good. I think he's probably one of the best coaches in NBA history with time and ability
Yes.
and having the time to scheme against a team and figure out all the weaknesses they have and attacking them and
Oh
stuff like
yeah.
that throughout a 7-game series. And he's definitely one of the best in all time. I mean, I know he was one of the first coaches to use like analytics and stuff like that
Yep.
because he came from the analytics
That's
department.
right.
So I
They
know he was
forget
one of the
that.
first guys to put that on. So
Video
I know he's
video
been using it
coordinator.
because of
They
that.
forget where Spo came from, you know. So
Yeah, video coordinator. Yeah,
yeah.
he came from the ground up, man. That's
Portland
why
University, man. Portland University. I don't know that one. Portland University. Yeah, so
I love Coach Spo, man. I love Coach
I
Spo,
love
but
him too.
yeah,
It'll
it's
be
gonna
a
be a
great
tough
one.
one. Like I said,
Great series.
It will be
I
a great
think
series.
Jimmy. There's no reason why he shouldn't still put up that production. I mean, the Celtics are a great defensive team, but
Hmm.
I just don't see how they have anyone to slow him down. I think Tatum's their best perimeter defender, probably. That might be a little bit of a hot take considering they have Marcus Smart,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I think Tatum's their best perimeter defender. But he's not going to guard him full time because he has to, score on the other end too. So he's not going to waste all his energy guarding Butler.
yeah.
But it's going to be tough. I think, like I said, it's going to come down to just who can. I think it's going to come down to because Spo's going to make his adjustments. He's going to do everything he can. I think he's going
Yeah, all the
to
time.
clearly outcoach Mazulla. But I think
100%.
if the talent disparity can really keep the Celtics within that range to be able to win and
Hmm.
overcome that, it's just gonna be tough. Like I said, Celtics just have too much talent for me to be able to pick against them. But
Right.
I 100%. This is no way completely a 97-3 series like ESPN has it. I can easily see the Heat winning this series for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't believe
But
that
it's gonna be good,
3%.
man.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a great series. Couldn't believe that 3% by the ESPN. They really lowballed the Heat right there.
That was wild.
It's okay.
I
Heat
put
been
it at least
lowballed all year.
60-40.
At least, yeah. It's okay though. They want to hit on the Heat. It's okay. Let's go to the West though. Let's go to the West. We might have one of the best series of all time right here on the way with
Scared, man.
Denver and the
Scared.
Lakers. We got the two-time MVP, the Joker, going up against LeBron, GOAT James. I mean,
Bye.
yeah, literally the GOAT. I mean, that's LeBron.
I
I'm
want to
scared,
say
man.
something.
I'm terrified.
A lot of people are terrified. Yeah, what you gotta say, Lebser?
Seabass team might have the king, right? They might have the king.
Oh, I like
But
that. Not
but
the
what
king.
the
That's
but
crazy
what the
cards.
Joker spoiled it
Yeah.
all. But what the Joker spoiled it all. You know in every
The
Oh,
game.
Lakers got the cards out.
You know in every game, the Joker does something that you don't expect.
yeah.
And I think and I want LeBron James to win.
Right.
I'm an
Me
LA
too. I
boy.
really do.
I'm an LA boy, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
from LA. That's my
Yeah.
home
Shout out to
city.
LA. I love
And
LA.
I love my city, no matter where I go. But
Yeah.
I think it's time
Mm-hmm.
that LeBron says, my time is over. The
Yeah.
Joker is your time.
Really?
I got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Nuggets in
Yeah.
6. And
Wow.
I think everyone talks about disrespect, right? Disrespecting the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
What about all the disrespect the Joker been getting for the last 3 years?
Oh, all season. Oh,
All season.
all last three.
What
Yeah,
about
last 3 years.
things like Perkins saying the only reason he won is because he was white? People
Mm-hmm.
saying he's fat, he can't jump. People
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
oh, he literally pictures of him as a kid eating burgers.
Wow.
Everyone's
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
that
yeah.
picture.
Oh,
People
service all over social media.
dis,
Yeah, yeah.
disrespecting this guy like he's a scrub. And
Yeah.
you don't think the Joker see this? You don't want to get the Joker, man. And
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
mad.
Joker's hungry right now.
Jokic is
He's
phenomenal,
mad.
man. I love watching Jokic.
And it's gonna
Yeah.
come down
I
to
love him.
this, right? And this is gonna come to bite Seabass team in the butt. And Seabass
Yeah.
will be sad in the end of the series. I don't see anybody guarding the Joker without getting in foul trouble. If Anthony Davis get in foul trouble, who's next?
Anthony Disney. Yeah.
If Davis get in foul trouble, you're
Hey,
gonna put
Disney.
Mo Bamba weigh 150
He's not even
pounds.
healthy.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
out for
no.
game 1. He's not even playing.
Yeah, Obama's not
You know
playing.
I
what?
would have loved to see him this series, but
You know
yeah, he's
what
not gonna
Joker's
play.
gonna do to anyone that's not Anthony Davis? Give me the ball like he did to Durant. He's gonna start laughing. LeBron is gonna guard. He's, back him down. And the thing
Yeah.
about
Barbecue
every
chicken
other
alert.
player,
Yep.
right?
Shout out to
People like
Shaq.
Embiid, you can get in Embiid's head. You can speed him up.
Yeah.
You're not speeding up the Joker. He showed us the Durant. He's gonna play old school. He's gonna back you down. He's gonna use all 3 seconds. Guess what? He's a star. He gets 5 seconds in the paint. He's gonna use 5 seconds in the paint, slowly back you down. Boring basketball, like people call it, and then just hook it over you. Nothing you can do. Nuggets in 6. Joker is the best player in the
Legacy
NBA,
six.
best European player maybe
Yeah.
ever, and star respect. He should be back to back to
He's the
back
best.
MVP. And the only reason
He's
he's
the
not
best
back to
non-American
back
player
MVP
in NBA
is because
history.
people like Perkins calling him that he sucks, that he's weak. I don't understand. And after he still beat the Suns,
Mm-hmm.
People on ESPN still say he sucks. That's boring to watch him. People don't want him to win.
Yeah, I like that, Lobster. I believe in the Joker too. Some Seabass. I
I
know
love
you're
the
a Laker
Joker.
guy. I
Look.
know you're
I
like,
give him.
yeah.
I've been giving Jokic his props for a long time. I've been saying that he's one of
Mm.
the best players in NBA. I've been saying he's the best center. I really didn't think ever it was a
Yeah,
competition. I mean, we saw Joel Embiid just put up an all-time stinker in Game 7 compared to Jokic. He's been dominant, best player in the playoffs. He easily should have won MVP this year. I didn't. The only reason Embiid won is because he was crying about it on social media. So they literally just gave it to him. Take it, I guess. He's the MVP, I
yeah,
guess. So,
yeah,
but I love Jokic. I think. Let me just quickly talk about Jokic, real quick.
yeah. Get
I
into
think
it.
the
Yeah.
biggest thing about Jokic is the reason why people don't see how good it is because the way he impacts the game is similar to Curry in a way. Like he impacts
Mm.
the rest of his team. He elevates his team and makes his team better in a way that you just can't quantify. You can't see it. It doesn't show up in the stats unless you sit there and watch the game. And that's why his impact is so great. Same thing with Curry, and that's why it's hard for guys like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Curry, at least he can shoot threes, so you can see it. But with Jokic, he posts up, he makes good plays and everything, but he always
Right.
makes
Right.
the right play. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to find guys like that they just don't make mistakes. Everyone's gonna make mistakes, but
Right. Right.
Jokic is literally he makes so few mistakes and
Yeah.
he plays at his own pace. He's so good, and then the thing is, he's so big. He's such a big matchup
Yep.
problem against most teams, and then he can handle the ball well. He can move.
Right.
Take you off the dribble
One of the
on
best
three-point
passers of
line. He
all
can
time,
shoot.
probably. Probably the best
Yeah.
passing big man ever. Maybe.
He
Yeah.
can
He
shoot
might be.
from
Yeah.
three, so he can take advantage of old school, slower bigs. He's big enough to dominate smaller, new school,
Yeah.
mobile bigs. And then the thing is, you can't double him. Most guys, you can double them. Most scorers, they're good. They're not good passers. Like KD, he struggled against that Sun series.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you double Jokic, he's literally gonna find the open man every single time.
Right.
And it's just his ability to always find the open man. It just makes everyone better. He literally just makes everyone on the team better, similar to Curry, man. It's
Yeah.
hard to
No.
quantify how good he is and how
Yeah.
much he impacts the team, and that's why he's been MVP for the last 2 years. Should have been three in a row, but
Yeah.
he's
Should have been.
amazing. I love watching Jokic play. I got to give him his props. It's gonna be a tough series for sure.
It is. I like how you compared them to Curry. Honestly, I feel like you said, the way he plays, he's like Tim Duncan. You're like Mr. Fundamental himself. Like he just like
Yeah, he's not
not
flashy,
flashy, not
but he
cute.
just
He
does
just
everything well.
yeah, does it all the right way. And I mean, I'm so glad it finally got a team around him that is ready to compete. I mean, we talk about Bruce Brown, KCP, but MPJ, Aaron Gordon, they got a deep team too. This is Mike Malone's best
Yeah,
team. This is the
Christian
best team.
Brown,
Yeah,
Jeff Green's been really good this playoff somehow.
right. Oh, Jeff
He just
Green.
came out of nowhere, revived his career.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, he always impacts every team he goes on. He gets to the playoffs every year and competes at the highest level when he gets to the playoffs. But the Joker, man, the Nuggets, those guys are for real.
I think
Every Laker fan that I've talked to has said they're scared. Like they don't even want to talk about the
Yeah,
series. Yeah, they're terrified because this is gonna be a tough one.
rightfully, man.
I
But
think
look,
for every
I've been saying all year that they're legit this year. The difference is KCP and Bruce Brown,
yeah,
Christian Brown. Like I said, the difference has been those three guys. They really impact, and Aaron Gordon. Like so, you want to include him.
yeah,
He
got
got a
to.
full year, full off season. But
Should have been an
I
all
mean,
star.
having four
Yeah,
legit defenders now, the way that they play now, the difference in the past was they didn't have any perimeter defenders. They had no threats. I talked about a little bit the other episode. So I mean, every time they ran pick and rolls
yeah.
to try to expose and get Jokic on the perimeter, of course he's gonna look worse
They
because
had no depth
he's not
around
that
Joker.
fast.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, they had no one to help him get through the screens, or no one quick enough to get through the screens and stuff. So it just
hmm
made him look worse on defense, and people
yeah. I mean,
were like, "Oh, he's getting exposed and stuff." And
yeah, he was starting
you
with
can only
Jeff
do so
Green.
much.
Jeff
Like I
Green was the
said,
starter last year. Like
yeah,
he moved from Jeff Green to
they
Aaron
had
Gordon. Like
they had Fukando Campazzo starting, dude. They had
Campazzo,
like
yeah.
Austin Rivers starting, dude. They had like
5'2"
nobody.
Campazzo, yeah,
Everyone was
Austin
out.
Rivers, like, yeah. No, like
It was
he's
terrible.
playing with bums. Like he's fine. Like nothing against those guys. He's playing with bums. He's finally got some depth on his team now. Like
bums.
he's
Yeah,
right.
I mean
Yeah,
they have great depth and they have balance. They have everything. They have a shot creator and
yeah.
Jamal Murray. They got a spot up shooter,
They got DeAndre
MPJ.
Jordan, like Lob
They
City.
got
I
their
mean, yeah.
they got their 3-and-D wings, man. They got everything you need. And like I said, what's really been helping them, the way that
Mhm.
they're playing this year, their defense is just so good. They've been helping off the corner man, and they've been forcing teams to make those tough cross court skip passes, which is hard to do. Most guys
Yeah.
don't know how to do that. That's why the Suns struggle so much. They play as soon as they hit the pick and roll. the reason that they don't let Jokic get exposed on it. They don't switch that anymore because they have guys to get through the screens. They have the personnel to keep those matchups, and that's why they've been able to have such a good defense this year. They're keeping their matchups. Jokic doesn't have to switch anymore on the
Yeah.
perimeter. They have guys to get through there,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they've been so good on defense this year. And I think it's gonna be tough to play them against the Lakers, but I will say the Lakers do have way better passers than the Suns do, and that's
Right.
what gives me hope because of the way the Nuggets defense has been set up. They're allowing that corner pass all the time. So if you have guys that can make it, they'll live by it, they'll die by it, kind of like the Bucks usually do.
Yeah.
But if you have someone that can make that pass, that's gonna cause trouble, and we have a couple people that can do that. LeBron can do that; he can make every pass in the book. D'Lo's another guy that can make those passes.
Mm-hmm.
And then on occasion, I can see Austin Reeves making those passes and probably Schroeder. So we have a couple guys that gives me some hope to be able to make a little bit off those
Yeah.
pick and rolls and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think as long as we can make our shots, we should be fine. But that's also another worry is I don't know if we're gonna be able to hit our shots because that's been the story of the season all
Right.
year long.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna speak some light into the Laker fans too, because Laker fans need to know this: that the Nuggets haven't faced any adversity the whole playoffs, and I think that's the only thing that could hurt the Nuggets. They played a banged up Suns team. They played a banged up Timberwolves team. I mean, they've had a kind of an easy path getting to the conference finals now. Now they're going up against their biggest challenge against LeBron. So I think the best thing for the Lakers too, they got to steal that game one. You got to steal the game one. These guys have not been through adversity. They,
Lakers have won game
everybody
one both
easy.
series so far.
Yeah, they won. Yeah, so this has got to be what they got to do right now. Game
The
one,
Nuggets
just
haven't
come out the
lost game
gates.
one in a while.
That is true.
They haven't lost there.
That is
The
true.
stat is crazy. I think the
Yeah.
biggest thing too, and I want to say that AD is saying
Mhm.
about the Nuggets not facing adversity. This is the
Yeah.
first time Anthony Davis has someone in his position that is better than him.
Oh yeah. No, that's true.
And the
That
crazy
is true.
thing is, Anthony Davis is used to playing off the ball. No, you know what, Joker's he's gonna put his body on him. He's gonna get him tired.
Right. Right.
If Anthony Davis guards the Joker the whole series,
Hmm.
I don't know how Anthony Davis is gonna have the energy to go score you 30. Because I'm not saying Anthony Davis is Aiden because Aiden sucks. But you saw
Yeah.
what Joker did to Aiden? Demolished him and took him out the game. I don't even think Aiden was injured game 6. I think Aiden just didn't want to play no more.
Hmm.
If the
We're
Joker
talking Joker and A Disney. Joker and A
yeah,
Disney.
if
Biggest
Joker
matchup of the series.
he
Yeah.
put his
Yeah, it's gonna be
body
huge.
on Anthony Davis because you see how he posts up. He put his whole body on people and
Yeah.
makes Anthony Davis tired.
Hmm.
Who else is going to step up for the Lakers in the other end? If
Yeah, we're
Anthony
gonna
Davis
see.
can't give you 30
Right?
points, who's going to make
Yeah,
up
it's
for
gonna
it?
come down to it. But I will say, if there's anyone probably in the NBA that can give Jokic a tough time, it's gonna be AD. I
A
mean, he's
Disney.
been
Yeah.
dominant throughout the course of the playoffs defensively. He's been by far the best defensive player. I don't know how he didn't make an all defensive team. He's literally
He got
been the
robbed.
best defensive player
Robbed. Yeah.
in the
Best
NBA
defense player
so
in the
far.
NBA.
I
Literally.
don't
He's been
In the
dominant.
I
playoffs,
don't
at least. The best defense player in the playoffs.
I don't think
Dominant. Absolutely
Yeah.
dominant.
he's
The
not
Lakers
going
are
to have
nowhere without A Disney. Nowhere.
I don't think AD
Nowhere.
is not going to have a good defensive series. What I'm worried about is how much is going to take it out of him. Because he's going to have to play a lot of defense on the Joker. For the first time, Anthony Davis is defending the best player on their team. How much is
Yeah.
going to take out of him? And if he can't score 30 points a game, who's going to
Mhm.
make up for him if he's stopping the Joker? And
Yeah.
like I said, you can't stop the Joker. You can only contain him. And
Only
containing
contain.
him meaning don't allow him to get a triple double, and that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's what
I think
containing means.
Disney's got to go back to those the Laker days in the 2020. He's got to go back to them Kentucky days. I mean, he's got to be the defensive anchor for this team in the playoffs. And I think Vanderbilt might end up going back in the start lineup too, just to bring more defense in there. But the Lakers are gonna have to really show that. This is why Darvin Ham is there. This is why Darvin Ham is here. He's there for defense. Let's see this. They're gonna put the defense to the test against the Nuggets. We're gonna see what they do. We're gonna see what they do now.
I mean, my biggest worry, like Lev was saying, is I don't want Davis to necessarily have to guard Jokic all series long because, like Lev said, he's just gonna
Yeah.
wear him out. All that size is gonna wear him out by the end of the game, and
Right.
then it's gonna kill his stamina, drain him, and then it's gonna hurt his production on offense. And we need his production on offense
Yeah.
because if Jokic is gonna dominate, AD is gonna dominate him on the offensive end if he doesn't have to drain himself on defense because Jokic can't guard him as well. They don't have anyone to guard Anthony Davis, the Nuggets. Gordon, he has the strength, but he's not big enough.
Yeah.
Jokic is nowhere near quick enough on the defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think it's going to be an interesting matchup because I think I can see both sides really taking advantage of each other because Jokic is AD is a bad matchup for the Nuggets on offense if he's not wasting all his energy on
Mm-hmm.
defense. Same thing for Jokic. He's a bad matchup for the Lakers. They don't have anyone with the size. And during the bubble, we had Dwight Howard get physical with
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
JaVale McGee, pretty much taking turns being physical, getting fouls, and just taking up as much energy as they can. And we don't have that. We're not gonna go out and throw
Mm.
Tristan
Yeah.
Thompson out there.
I
He
was just about to
stinks.
say, I think TT might get some PT. I
But
think
I
TT
wouldn't be
will get
surprised
some
if he
PT.
does play maybe at least game 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Probably test it out. But he stinks, dude. I hope
I,
he does
I
not
think
touch that court
I
because he
think he's in
stinks.
shape actually. I think he might be ready to go against the Joker. You
He
know?
stinks, man. If he plays,
Nah,
I would be surprised if he plays
I
good.
think
But
TT. You heard it here first. I think TT has a big impact against the Nuggets. I don't know where it's
yeah,
gonna
we'll
be.
see. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
he ends up playing game 1 at least,
Right.
just to test it out, see how he does.
Yeah.
But that's my biggest worry. I was thinking I would like to see them start Rui just so we get a
Mm.
little bit more offense on the
More
overall,
size
just
too.
in case AD, yeah, more size, a little bit more length, more offensive versatility.
Right.
I
Right.
think we're gonna need as much as we can because if AD is gonna be guarding him, we're gonna need some other players to step up on offense,
Yeah.
make up for that production. Because I can see AD averaging like 16, 17, maybe
Yeah.
18
I can
points,
see
just
that.
giving everything he can on defense to try to contain Jokic. But I will say it will be worth it if he does slow down, which I think he very well can do. If he focuses everything on defense, just becomes like a Rudy Gobert, like just focusing everything on defense, he could slow down Jokic.
Yeah.
My only worry is, like I said, if that, then you're relying on all the other guys to step up on offense. D'Lo, Rivers to become more consistent, LeBron obviously, and that's a tough ask. These guys have been pretty
Yeah.
inconsistent all year. They've had big games, but they're inconsistent. D'Lo will drop 30 points and then he'll drop 10 the next game. He'll
Yeah.
have 17, then he'll have 6. He'll go 1 for 5 from 3 and then 2 for 3. He'll have crazy games. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I would like Rui to start just so we get some more versatility.
Right. Right.
And this might sound crazy, but
Mm.
I think, at least for me right now, thinking wise, I would like to see them try out Rui guarding Jokic at first, and then
Really?
having
You're
AD
crazy.
guard AD on
Yeah.
AD on Gordon, just so
Yeah.
he can roam and protect the paint and just play that roam role, protect the paint. So if Jokic gets by him,
Mm.
then hey, AD's there.
Yeah.
Because I'm not worried about Aaron Gordon as a threat from 3. If he wants to cut, AD's gonna be in the paint already, and then I just have someone like a skip pass away
He's
to be
hitting
able to
threes in those
close out
Magic
in
days.
case Gordon
Yeah.
he can hit them, but you got to give up something against great teams. I'm not sagging off Michael Porter. I'm not sagging
Yeah.
off
No. No.
Jamal
No.
Murray or KCP. So
No.
I can
Yeah.
live with Aaron Gordon beating me from 3.
Mm.
So I would like to see that. I think that could be interesting. Just having Jokic having to worry about AD in the paint, and then
Mm.
that closes everything out too as well for the rest of the cutters. Because I know the Nuggets love to do a lot
Love
of
to
back cuts
cut.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Give
So it's
and
gonna
go.
cut
Their
all that
favorite.
out.
Yeah.
Same
Ball
thing
movement.
that they were
That's gonna be
doing
the
to the
key for the
Warriors.
Nuggets. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean ball movement has been huge for them throughout the whole playoffs. I mean they were second in the league in assists during the regular season.
Yeah,
So
they move
yeah.
the ball a lot,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that's mainly because of Jokic. But the team has bought into that system, and they
Yep.
move the ball well. And they move a lot. They cut because they know Jokic is gonna find them if they cut and they get
Right.
open. So just it energizes and infects the rest of the team. It's infectious. So they all move the ball really well. But I would like to see them try it out. They likely won't.
Yeah.
I can see LeBron playing that Rui role that I'm kind of hoping I can see LeBron doing that. The only
Yeah.
thing is I don't want LeBron wasting much more energy because
Mm.
I already know he's kind of iffy on the offensive end right now. I know
Definitely.
he's
And on
still
defense, he's a
trying
little
to get
iffy.
back healthy, so
Yeah.
I don't really want him to expel that much energy. And I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of people are saying Jared Vanderbilt, but he's too skinny in my eyes. He's gonna get
Okay.
killed. At least Rui, he has that body type. At least he's not like the biggest guy, but he's like in between. He's got like a moderate build size enough to not get completely dominated by Jokic. To maybe try to get a little physical and
Mm-hmm.
then maybe cut him off right
I
here
think
in
Vanny
the
can
in the
get
high
physical though.
post. Yeah,
I,
Vandy can get
yeah.
physical, but I think he's more of like a wing defender. Like I trust
Mm.
him more against Jamal Murray and stuff.
Murray.
He's more
We
mobile.
don't want Bubble
He's
Murray back.
lateral.
Yeah.
He's quick laterally. Way more quicker than a guy like Hashimura. But
Mm-hmm.
it would be interesting. Like I said, likely it doesn't happen. Maybe you never know. Hey, maybe Darvin Ham's watching the podcast
Yeah.
and listen.
Yeah.
He tries it
Darvin
out.
Ham, we
He
right
doesn't
here.
have to try it out.
Yep.
Try it out, Darvin Ham. Hey, you never know. I'm giving you
Yeah.
some nice feedback right here, some
Yeah.
nice tips right
Remember I
here.
told you
But it's gonna be
TT. Tristan Thompson,
it's
man.
gonna be a great series, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very interesting to see how both sides make their adjustments because it's
Yeah,
gonna
I
come down
can't
to
wait.
adjustments, man. But
I think it's gonna come
it's gonna
down
be huge,
to
man.
lowering Joker's averages. If Joker
Mhm.
averaged anything near what he's averaging right now, it's bye bye
Yeah.
Lakers, bye bye Celtics, bye bye Heat. Give Joker the MVP, crown him, and I want to go to
Jamal
first
Murray
take.
too. Bubble Murray. Could Bubble
I want to
Murray
go
get
to
back?
I want to go to first take and see Perkins. Did the Joker win the championship because he's white? I want to ask
Mm.
him that.
Man, I mean,
It's gonna be tough.
yeah, we're gonna see what happens
I
with
will
that one.
say I also have another strategy in mind. Kind of,
Yeah.
I can see them. I mean, not I can't see them doing this, but kind of like just let Jokic do whatever he wants and stop everyone else. Because Jokic, he can dominate a game, but realistically, let's say he drops like 50 points,
Right.
20 and 20.
Yeah.
But if the next highest score is like 14, 12, and the rest of the guys only have like 5, 6, that gives you a better shot. I'd say
I don't know.
just go all out. Just put someone on
I don't
Jokic,
know.
let him
Yeah,
dominate.
they've been moving the ball all season though. Like that, they've been playing like that a lot of the year. I mean, Jamal Murray was like averaging like 15 points in the regular season, like for
I
the majority of the
understand
year.
what Seabass
Yeah.
is
Yeah, yeah,
saying,
yeah.
Yeah.
but
So.
I don't think the Joker would just be in the paint and let that happen. The Joker is not just a player.
Yeah.
He's the Joker is in the top of 3 point line, trying to make people move and stuff. And if you
Yeah.
leave the Joker open, he will shoot that 3 too. So I
Right.
don't
Oh
think
yeah,
you
yeah.
can do that.
But what makes him so good on offense is because of how dominant Jokic is, and then the defense has to key on him. Everyone has to pay attention to him.
Mm,
You have your corner guy, let's say, watching Jokic. Let's say your defense is, hey, if he drives to your left side, you're on the corner. You come in, pinch a little bit, try to dig in there, get a loose ball. But if you focus on all the other guys, let's say we're focusing, don't get beat backdoor
yeah.
because, like I said, the Nuggets love to cut, do
Mm,
these backdoor cuts, and get all these off-ball action movements. If we completely stop all that and erase
mm,
the threat of being scared of Jokic scoring,
yeah.
because we know he's going to score. So if we just let him score, erase the threat of being scared of him scoring and trying to stop that, just let him have it and shut down everything
Right.
else the Nuggets do.
Yeah.
Ideally, I can see that working and shutting out the rest of the team because you
Mm,
can't win on your own. As great as Jokic is, you're not going to win on one. The reason why they're so good is because he's so good. He makes everyone else so good because the defense is scared of him.
yeah.
So that opens up opportunities for everyone else. But if you
Mm,
take away those opportunities for everyone else and you just let him do what he does one on one with whoever you're have guarding him, he's going to dominate them regardless, get 50 and 20 and 20.
right.
I
Right.
can see that kind of working, as long as the Lakers are keeping up the pace and scoring on offense. That's the only
Ace
thing.
is
If
gonna be
they're
big
not,
in that series. Yeah.
if it's going to be a low scoring series, like 80-80 and stuff like that, both sides struggling on offense and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
going to be interesting.
The,
But
yeah.
I can see a scenario where a situation like that work. It's likely not going to happen because that's going to look bad for Darvin Ham
right.
if
Right.
he's
Right.
letting Jokic drop 50, 20, 20. But in a fantasy scenario, if you want to say, I can see
Yeah.
something like that working for
If
the Lakers.
Seabass, if
Yeah.
they listen to Seabass, Joker might be fudging. He might score 100. He said, "You gonna put him on me? Give me the ball."
Oh man. Hey, Lakers offense kind of scares me too though, because the Denver did throw a lot of zone against the Suns. If they bring that zone out
Yeah.
again, can the Lakers be effective in that zone? You know, that's gonna be the thing.
Yeah, I think they can. I mean,
Yeah.
LeBron's notoriously been like a zone breaker. It's hard to play zone against someone as smart as LeBron. Just throw him
Right.
in the top of the
Top
key
of the
and let
key.
him just
Yeah.
dissect the defense. Let him make the right reads and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up mid range. So it's hard to play zone against smart players, but I definitely could see it during some stretches where LeBron's out because the 3-point shooting is terrible.
Yeah.
When LeBron's not out there, the next best playmaker is D'Lo, who's not a bad playmaker, but the drop off from LeBron playmaking wise to D'Lo, and then after that is pretty bad. So
Yeah.
I can see it. I have a lot of concerns about our offense. If
Yep.
we're not hitting threes, it's going to be hard. And then the Nuggets have great defenders all throughout. They have a well balanced team. This is not 2020 where they have like their best perimeter defenders, Will Barton. They have legit
Word of
defenders now.
thrill, man. Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
Right.
I will say, as much as I love my
Yeah.
Lakers,
Predictions.
I gotta go with the Nuggets in 6, man. I
Yeah.
love their
Nuggets is
team
sick.
too much.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I really do.
I think they're just too consistent on a consistent basis. Their roster's too good. I love Jokic. And look, I'm a Laker fan, but I'm not gonna be a homer, and
Yeah,
just
don't do that. Yeah,
obviously I'm still rooting for us. I want us to win. Obviously, I'm not
yeah,
saying that. Oh yeah, I want the Nuggets to win.
right.
But I'm being a realist, and I think that they clearly have a better team. They have an advantage.
Yeah.
1 through 6, they have way better balance of team than we do. I think they're just more on a consistent basis. They're like on a straight line right here, and we're like up and down. We'll have
Yeah.
games where we're better than them as a team, but we have games where we're way worse than them. So if I had to pick throughout a 7-game series, I think the Nuggets are too consistent to pick against. But I can see us winning if certain things go well. Because, like I said, we are better to them on a game to game basis
Hmm.
sometimes. But other games were worse. So
Yeah. Nuggets and 6.
safest bet is the Nuggets for sure.
Yeah, Nuggets and 6. Lefster. Lefster's thinking. Look at Lobster over there. He's thinking.
I gotta go with the Joker. I gotta go with the best
Yeah.
player in the NBA. Like I said, I want LA to win. I want LA to have a
Hmm.
parade they never had. But
Right.
it's just too much disrespect going to one team. Sooner or
Okay.
later, you keep punching the Giant. Guess what? The Giant will wake up, and the Giant
Yeah.
name is the Joker, and it's his
Mm.
time.
The
I
Nuggets
got
and what?
Nuggets and 6.
Nuggets and 6. Well,
Also,
yeah,
also, I do want to say one more
yeah.
thing. Right, sorry
Uh-huh.
for clearing you off, AD.
Nah, nah,
Um,
nah.
Denver.
Yeah. Let's see.
Every
Uh-huh.
sport, no matter what you're playing, you playing in Denver, it's a different animal.
Yeah. Different altitude out there.
Different
Yeah.
altitude. You gotta be breathing a little
Oh,
harder.
yeah. The altitude is no
LeBron
joke,
James is a
man.
little older. Anthony Davis a little older. I do not expect them. They're the
Yeah.
oxygen tanks are out there that they can't even breathe in Denver. I don't. I
Mm.
think, especially if they
It
compete.
literally can't breathe out there. Yeah, the home
If,
court is
if,
amazing out there.
if you could put the speed
Yeah,
up and
it's
people,
insane, dude.
you could make LeBron
Crazy
James and
advantage.
Anthony Davis speed up. Who and people call the Joker fat. Look where he plays.
Yeah.
He good to go. He ready.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I know you guys got the Nuggets. I know you guys do. But I got the Lakers, though. I got the GOAT. I got the GOAT. I think this is going to be a huge. He knows it's a big playoffs for him. It's a big conference finals. He's only getting older. Like, I think LeBron's going to go all out in this series. And they're going to beat the Nuggets in, I'm going to say, you guys saying Nuggets in 6. I'm gonna say Lakers in 6. I'm gonna say Lakers. I know that's the big go-to. Everyone likes to go 6. Everyone say Lakers in 6, but
I think six is fair.
6 is fair. It's like puts
I
you in the
think it
right
has
spot. But I
to.
think Lakers in 6.
If Lakers wins, it got to be in 6. If it goes 7 in
Yeah.
Denver with that, no, I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not going
No,
I
game
will
7. It
say
can't go game 7. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be a hot take. I know people love LeBron. I love LeBron. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
The
bash him or
goat. The goat.
anything,
The goat.
but I will
Yeah.
say I would have picked him if he was healthy. I know that he's not healthy. I know his
Hmm.
foot is not healthy because he has not looked healthy at all throughout the course of the playoffs. He's still playing pretty good, but if he was healthy, I probably would pick the Lakers because I would have had more faith in him showing up on a game to game basis. Like, hey, as the stakes get higher, he's done it throughout the course of his career. He'll put
Yeah.
up 28, 29, 30 and efficiently. But I just don't, I can't trust him to do that right now. At this point of his career, where his health is right now, as far as his foot, I just haven't seen it. He's had a couple games where he put up big numbers,
Hmm.
but if you watch the game, it just hasn't quite been the same effect as LeBron in the past. He'll put up a 28, but he dominates that 28 in the past, where I feel like he'll put up a 28 in the past, but he'll
Hmm.
make his team better. I feel like right now he's kind of putting up he'll put up a 28, but he's not really making the team better. He's just putting up 28, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's not having the same LeBron impact because of that foot. So it's not the same LeBron we've been accustomed to. That's why I'm not picking the Lakers. If he was healthy and if this was a year ago, LeBron, I would have picked the Lakers. But unfortunately, he's not 100% right now. I'd say he's probably like 60, 70% if I had to guess.
Yeah.
So, hey, if he magically gets healthy from now until game 1 and the rest of the series, I'll pick them. But until I see that, I just got to go with the safer bet in the
Yeah, I
Nuggets.
understand that. I think LeBron was kind of, struggling to score throughout the whole series with the Warriors. But that last game, he looked really good in that last game. That last game got me
Yeah,
excited
he's been
why I'm
looking
going to the
better
Nuggets
as it
series.
goes on, but
Yeah.
I mean the biggest thing is the shooting. I mean the shooting's
Hmm.
been terrible. He's shooting around 16, 17% from 3 and I think a big reason is because of that foot, he's not getting his legs
Yeah.
in to get that shot in and
Hmm.
you need your legs to shoot from that distance and I feel like that's why he's been struggling.
He was getting to the rim against the Warriors though. He's
He can get to the
finding
rim just
Curry
because
every
he's
time and going
so
at him every single time.
he's still so physically imposing compared to everyone else, but
Yeah.
he just doesn't have that burst that he used to, that he
Mhm.
normally does. At least I don't want to say used to yet. I'm not.
Right.
Saying that he's done for
Yeah.
at least for this season though, until he recovers for
With
next
Father
season.
Time,
But
you never know, Seabass. With Father Time, you never know.
yeah, you never know. You
Yeah.
never know.
LeBron
Like I said, I'm
person
not
that
ready
never
to
loses.
say that he's completely done yet. But
Yeah.
as far for right now for this postseason, he's definitely not the same LeBron.
Yeah.
Next season, TBD.
Yeah, we're talking about this shit though. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I do. I get what you're saying about the Nuggets and the Lakers. I get what you're saying about LeBron, but LeBron is, I think he's that guy. LeBron's like, I think he knows this is the moment right here. And I think Austin Reaves is going to be big in this series too. As Lefster would say, Austin Reef. He's going to be huge this series. He's going to be
AR.
absolutely huge. You know, he's going to get money in the offseason. He has a big season his big season's right here. The playoffs right here. Austin Reeves got to show up. He's got to show up. I mean, he's pretty much the third best player for the Lakers right now. He really is. So, yeah.
He has been. He has been for a lot of the year, honestly. I mean, he offers something that no one else on the team does, is a two-way
Yep.
shot creator that we haven't had. I mean, he's not great on defensive end, obviously, but he's good enough, like I said before.
Yeah.
And he could just do everything well enough, and that's something we haven't had. You know, a guy that can play make,
Yeah.
create on his own, create in the mid-range, run pick and roll, shoot well enough, defend well enough. Just do a little bit of everything well enough, which is
Yeah.
what you need alongside two-star players like AD and LeBron. But I love Austin Reeves,
Yeah,
man.
man.
I've been saying it since we drafted him. Not since we drafted him, but
Yeah.
since Summer League. Same thing with Caruso.
Yep.
I can't see them letting him go this time. I hope they learn from the mistake, but if they do, I don't know, man.
See
I
what
might
happens.
have to.
Yeah.
If they let Austin Reeves walk again,
Yeah. Reef. Yep.
we are rioting at Jeannie Buss's office. She needs to sell the team, dude. If she lets Austin Reeves walk, we're all gonna riot and get her out and force her to sell the team to an owner that actually has money, dude. Sell her to Jeff Bezos, dude. He's got money. He'll pay for Austin Reeves.
No, definitely. Yeah, man. Nuggets and Lakers, Boston and Miami. That's the conference finals right there. You see,
Can't wait, man.
Can't wait, man. Seabass has the Nuggets in 6. Lefster has the Nuggets in 6. I got the Lakers in 6. You heard it here first. On Tuesday, man, we got the draft lottery. We got the draft lottery. Not the draft. I'm not getting ahead of myself. We got the draft lottery on Tuesday, man. Wembyana, Victor Wembyana from Paris, France. I mean, Tony Parker, Rudy Gobert. I mean,
superstar,
Killian Hayes. I mean, the list goes on. The list goes on.
Nicholas Batum.
Shout out to Nicholas Batum, man.
Dirk Nowitzki with handles.
Dirk Nowitzki went. Yeah,
he's an interesting player, man.
He's interesting, man. I mean, probably the most hyped player since LeBron James. What do you got?
Easily.
I mean, right now we're going to get into something. Seabass is actually going to go to the generator, the draft generator. We're going to see where Wembyana will land if the draft were to happen right now. So we're going to go to that right now. Seabass is going to get into that. It's not. Yeah.
Let's get into that.
Let's get into that, man. I know Lefster wants Wembyana to go. He wants him to go to OKC. You know, that would be,
if he goes to OKC, man, that's literally a 2K rebuild team. Dude. That team is gonna be insane.
No, I'm telling you.
All right, I'm seeing it right now as we speak here.
Let's see.
Oh,
Seabass submitted it. Let's see. The number 1 pick. Go take it away, Seabass. You Adam Silver. Let's go.
Our good friend Elijah Choice would be happy about this one. With the first pick in the 2023 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets will select Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama. You heard it here first. Victor Wembanyama to the Hornets.
That would be a crazy fit.
I mean, Wembanyama and LaMelo, yeah.
I don't like that.
They've been needing a big for a while.
Yeah.
And they have Mark Williams, too. I think that would actually be a really good fit. Mark can start at the center.
I like that,
They can slot Vic at the 4. So he doesn't have to bang with the
big boys.
the Embiids and all those big guys right out the gate. And I think, honestly, he can live with the 4. If that 3-point shot translates, he can definitely be a really good oversized 4. I mean, kind of like a Porzingis role. Porzingis, I know he likes playing the 4 more, too.
Porzingis, yeah.
That would be a wild fit, man.
Yeah, Wembanyama to the Hornets. Yeah. So, like.
Come home, baby. Come home.
Come home. I think for you guys, though, who like we know like the generators said the Hornets. Where would you guys want them to go? Like, what are you guys predicting about Wemby? Where is he going?
I think I don't want to be biased, but I
Yeah, yeah,
think just what the Thunder are building with the young core, and
yeah.
just they're not expected to win now, right? The Thunder will give that team
But they did last
two
year. They were winning
Right,
two
yeah,
last
to
year.
right,
three.
yeah.
Right.
Almost made the playoffs.
Shea
Yeah,
took that leap.
If we don't
yeah.
go to the championship or to the semifinal, we're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
We give ourselves 2 to 3 years. So if you give
Yeah.
Wimba that time to grow, and also we don't suck. We have great players around him.
Oh yeah, that's the
Put great
team.
players around someone that wants to grow, and he's already one of the best players,
Mm-hmm.
one of the best players ever to come into the draft. That'll
Definitely,
be
definitely.
if
Yeah.
if the Thunder somehow get the number one pick, sign it off. The Lefter will be
Right.
dancing on. We will be
The NBA is
streaming.
rigged. Okay, see, the NBA is rigged. I was
We
OKC getting the number one pick.
we will be
Like
streaming live.
just picture that lineup. I mean, this would be one of the most versatile, lengthy
Yeah.
lineups in NBA history. You would throw out a lineup of Josh Giddey, Shea Gilgeous,
Devin
Jaylen
Williams.
Williams, and then Vic Wemby, and then Chet
Chet.
Holmgren. All five of those guys literally can switch,
Ridiculous.
play defense,
Yeah.
handle the ball, put the ball on the floor,
Usman
pass
Jane
well
coming off the
enough.
bench.
That would literally be
Yeah.
an insanely versatile starting
Man.
five with crazy length.
I will buy a
You could
jersey.
literally build a wall out there,
Yeah.
dude. Can you imagine that team playing zone with
Oh
Josh
my
Giddey is
goodness.
6'8",
Yeah.
Shea 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan, J-Dub has like a 7'2"
J-Dub.
wingspan, Vic Wemby probably has like almost an 8-foot wingspan, Chet
Other
has like a
Jalen Williams come
7'8"
off the bench.
wingspan,
Yeah.
dude. That zone would be insane, dude. They'll literally
Yeah.
have their arms folded all the way across the court. That
Yeah.
would be absurd, dude.
We'll be
Yeah,
averaging
yeah.
50 steals a game. You do not want to
Oh
cut.
man,
If you
best
count
defense
on
in the
us,
NBA. Oh yeah.
Now, can you imagine that team on 2K zone, dude? That would be impossible to score.
we're playing
You
pro
average
am
2 points per
basketball,
game against that
pro
zone.
am
Yeah.
defense.
It can happen. He can go to OKC. Their potential can get the number one pick.
It would be scary.
Yeah, they're not favored,
I
but
mean,
they
they
can
have
get it.
pretty low. They have low odds.
They have low odds.
but
Yeah, they can get it though.
They somehow get them.
Anything could
I
happen
will
in
say
the
they can.
NBA.
Nah, I don't think they
Anything-
can.
yeah.
I was gonna say they can also trade up, but I don't think anyone's gonna trade
Yeah.
that number one pick
Nah.
for Wemby. I mean, the Sixers. The OKC literally has like 20 first-round picks.
I'll
Right.
give
I
out
think if
20.
they legitimately
I'll
offered,
give
I
out
don't-
20.
I think if they actually
I don't think
offered
they
all
would
of
do
them,
it.
I don't think they would take them either.
Nah, they would. Yeah, because with the Wembanyama is gonna change the NBA franchise. Like the whole team's gonna change
yeah.
once he gets there. Then
I mean,
Yeah.
you're thinking of he's on the level of a LeBron level prospect.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
obviously it's high expectations to put him in LeBron,
You
but
might-
even if he becomes half of what LeBron did, that's an insanely talented,
Yeah.
successful player. I mean, LeBron won 4 championships, multiple MVPs. I
Right.
mean, if he wins 2 championships, 2 MVPs, that's a success right there.
You
Mhm.
might see
Nah, it
Lobster
is.
cry on live if OKC gets number one pick. The Lobster
You
might
heard
be
it
in
here
a flood of
first.
tears. You know,
You heard it here
Would be
first.
insane.
I might
If-
fly out to LA just to do a live podcast of how happy I will be.
Yeah.
I
You heard
just
it here
can't
first.
imagine. If
Hold on.
Ken-
Go, Lester. Go, Lester.
I'm just crying thinking about it. It's like it was
Lester's
so
already crying on the
beautiful.
Pick Apart podcast. You heard it here first. If OKC gets the number one pick, Lester will cry. He will go live on Pick and Pop. So be ready for that. Lester's already getting emotional.
It's just we've been so bad
Yeah,
for
no,
like
I
Lester
so
will
hear
cry.
many
you.
years.
No, I really do, man. I understand, man. That's what the NBA does see, man.
No,
See
even if we
bass.
get a top 3 pick, it's like
Yeah,
we are already
Yeah,
one
no.
of the best teams in the NBA, top
Yeah,
10
yeah.
in our conference, and we
Yeah.
had a bad game. We could have been the Timberwolves. You have to think
Mhm.
about it. We were hurt. We didn't have a big man. Our big man was
Yeah.
6'8". The Williams brothers were our big man, pretty much. Put
Yeah,
Chet
yeah.
in
Williams.
there, we could have been a 60. Add
He
Wimbo,
was pretty good though.
add
Jalen was-
Wimbo
shout
to
out.
that, we might be
Right,
a
right,
top
right.
3 seed in the NBA.
Shout out to Wimber, man.
I want him. I might.
Yeah.
I,
Now, I already know, man.
It's not likely. Don't get your hopes
Wig,
up too much.
I would do
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
to wig it. I
Okay.
would rig it.
That would be insane.
I would do anything for anything the NBA
Lester,
owner wants.
Lester would go in the back and change the balls. He would flip the cards around. So OKC can get that number one pick. Oh man,
I've seen crazy
Hey,
things
That's your
happen.
conspiracy theory.
I
I've
had
seen
too,
crazy
man.
things
I really hope they get that number one. I really do. Seabass, where do you think the balls are gonna go? Where are they gonna land? Where is
It would be fun.
yeah?
That would definitely be a fun team.
Where's
But
Wemby going?
I would say I would prefer him to go to a team. I like the Hornets one where he
Yeah.
landed on with the Sim. I
Mm-hmm.
would like him to go to a team already with a good young player,
Okay.
preferably someone that can play and make like a guard. So I think Hornets would be a perfect fit. Like I said, he can play alongside Mark Williams, who's already a great rim protector,
Mm-hmm.
and he can play the four. Just use his perimeter skills and his length,
Yeah.
and then Lamelo could set him up. I really want him to go to one of those teams. Maybe the Pistons. They have Katie Cunningham as well. Just
Yeah.
someone that could set
That's
him up,
yep.
make his life easier right out the gate so he doesn't have the expectation to immediately go in and become a top tier shot creator
Mm-hmm.
because that's not going to happen right out the gate.
No. No. Yeah.
He needs to build up more strength. He needs to build up that play strength against the NBA guys. He has the size, length, athleticism, and he can be good on defense. He can be good as an off-ball player the first couple of years. I can see that role for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then as he continues to gain more strength and develop, then he adds more to his game offensively as a creator and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think Charlotte would be a good fit. Pistons would be a good fit. I think either one of those teams probably would be a dream fit for me for Wemby.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, you said the Pistons. I really want to see him with the Pistons too. But I think that what's
He could play with Jalen Duren too.
yeah, Jalen Duren, Kate Cunningham,
Those two would be crazy.
Killian Hayes is over there. I mean, they're both from France. Yeah. Shout out to Killian. I love Killian. Shout out to Killian Hayes, man.
He's probably next to China.
Killian Hayes, 3 and D. I don't know how he starts every single season for the Pistons, but he does. Shout out to Killian Hayes. I think the thing that's throwing me off with the Pistons is their head coach. They don't have a coach yet. So I think it's the only thing that's like, I would want them to get a coach by now before the draft lottery, but it's not happening. So
Yeah.
I think it's the only thing that's throwing me off with them.
I mean, they still have time, I guess, to the draft.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, most of their scouting and stuff is already done.
Right.
I mean, everyone knows what Wemby is, but
Yeah.
I could definitely see what you mean, though.
Yeah.
But I feel like they have the pieces, though. Assuming they get the right coach, of course,
Mhm.
But they have the pieces with Cade. He can play next to Duren, so Duren can play the center
Mhm.
and play off of him and stuff. But I think that would be a perfect role.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I know everyone. I know you said the Pistons. You said the Pistons or Hornets. Who are you going with? The Pistons or the Hornets?
Both of them. If I had to pick, probably the Hornets.
The Hornets. Okay. And I know Leps is going to OKC.
I'll be praying.
Yeah, you're praying. Oh, I'm praying for you too, man. I know everyone thinks I'm gonna pick the Spurs right now. And I know everyone's talking about the Spurs, the match made in heaven. Pop's so good at developing players, and European players always go to Pop. But I'm actually gonna go with Indiana here. I'm gonna go with Indiana. I think Rick Carlisle might be able to get the most out of him. He's going one of the best young point guards coming up. Tyrese Halliburton, big, tall point guards, kind of point guards I like a lot. I mean, that's a point guard that's in his league right now. The point guards in his league are all big guards. So I think putting him with Wembanyama could be nice. I mean, I don't know if Miles.
He can learn from Miles Turner.
He can learn from Miles Turner
if he stays there.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he'd be there for the ride with. Yeah, I don't think they probably had to trade him at that point. But I mean, that'd be nice. Wembanyama and Miles Turner. I mean, they got Nimbard over there. Had a great rookie season. They got my guy Benedict Mathurin. Seabass was gonna. He said he was gonna be a bust. Benedict Mathurin was first team all rookie.
I didn't think he was going to be as good as a lot of people had him. I just didn't think. I thought top 6 was a little too high. I had him like 12, 13, but he's impressed so far. He had a much better rookie year than I expected.
They still got Duarte. He was struggling with injuries all season, but they still got Duarte. Great shooter. Shout out to Oregon. Shout out to the Pac-12.
26-year-old rookie.
Hey, man. I forgot. I think he's from. I forgot where he's from. I know he's from one of those, some Caribbean country, I think. But shout out to
all your dreams.
Never give up on the dreams. Shout out to Duarte, man. I think Indiana could be a good fit though.
The Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. That's what I thought, right? DR. He's from DR. Yeah. Shout out to DR, man. We love you, DR.
Yeah, that would be a good fit too, though. Playing with Halliburton, another, like you said, elite shot creator. He's probably one of the best playmakers, probably top 5 playmakers off top of my head in the NBA
I think this season, right? Past season, led the league in assists.
I think Harden did, but I think he was second or third.
Yeah, all-star as well.
He's an elite playmaker.
I mean,
that'd be a perfect fit.
I think most teams he's going to go to, he'll be a perfect fit. But I would want to say I'll give up 2K if we get the number. I'll give up anything for the number 1 pick right now.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, before we end this draft segment right here, the draft lottery segment, I do want to say Lepster did say he will go live. He will go live tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. He will go live tomorrow if OKC gets the number 1 pick, and he will cry. So
I,
I'm just gonna turn on the camera and just
I,
cry.
I will cry. The day we will be live streaming the draft, so everybody knows. I will cry,
yeah,
even though I know we're gonna get him and we get the number one pick. The
yeah.
emotions will just get to me at that point.
I mean, Cleveland got the number one pick that one season, and so they got, I think it was Kyrie. No, Anthony Bennett. Anthony Bennett. So
Anthony Bennett.
yeah, they got Anthony Bennett,
You never know.
best Canadians ever play. Sorry, Canada. I'm sorry.
That was wild.
But
I wish
yeah,
we had that pod live reaction. That would have been insane, dude.
yeah, I'm sorry, Canada. I mean,
I remember that.
hey, Anthony Bennett was good over
Like it was
there.
yesterday.
Yeah, he had a good college career at UNLV, but yeah,
It was
he
good.
wasn't that good. They're not the number one pick, and didn't do anything in the NBA. But
They
that's for
drafted a
another day.
Lobster at the
Probably the
number one
still
pick,
biggest
and
shock,
would have done the
Yeah,
same
draft
thing.
night shock, I'd say.
yeah,
They should have
biggest
drafted a
shocker.
Lobster. I would have got number one.
No, draft the Lobster. Don't draft Anthony Bennett. Draft the Lobster that year. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Draft
I
the
bring
Lobster.
energy. I bring energy.
Yeah, hey, Anthony Bennett gave some energy too, but not enough energy. But yeah, that's it though. The draft lottery, man. We're gonna see where Wemby goes. Seabass,
Big Wemby.
pick Wemby. Shout out to Wemby. I might have to get a jersey wherever he goes. We're gonna see. But Victor Wembanyama, get used to that name because he's gonna be in the league for a long, long,
Oh, yeah.
long time.
He's gonna have all-time hype. Everything's gonna
Yeah.
be dissected, dude. He makes one pass, anything, every little thing he does is gonna be dissected.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah. Mark my word. He's gonna be a top 10 jersey sale next season by far. Probably top
Easily.
5. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, man. Draft lottery. But yeah, right now we're gonna get into this next segment. On the plus side is back. Seabass, take it away. On the plus side, part 2.
Part 2,
part
yes, sir.
2.
Welcome.
Yep.
We introduced it last week. If you guys checked it out, if you haven't, go ahead and check it out. Last week we did it at the end of the episode. Pretty basic trivia questions. 3 of them. Lebster and AD get a chance to answer them. You get it right, get +1. Get it wrong, -1. So let's see how they do today. Last week I believe AD was -1. Lebster sitting at -3 right now. So let's go ahead and see if AD can get on the plus side.
Let's see.
All right. Let's start off with the first question. So we're going by easiest, medium to the harder difficulty of the questions that I'm deciding.
And
so
play with us, guys. On the comments.
Yeah, play along.
Definitely. Play along.
Go ahead and play it.
Sure.
Stay true to yourself. Go ahead and tell us how you guys do.
No shortcut.
Keep track. Yeah, don't cheat. Just play it.
Seabass will,
it's all for
we'll
fun.
give you 5 to 10 seconds to think about it.
All right, here we go.
Get
First question. This is the quote-unquote easy question.
Yeah.
What is Ray Allen's real name?
Wow. That's a great one. That's the easy one? Wow, that's tough. All right, I got it.
It's a toughie.
I got it.
5 seconds here. Internal clock. I'll tell you guys when we're ready. So for you guys listening, you got 5 seconds here to think of your answer.
Jesus.
Walter Ray Allen Jr.
Time is up.
Let's just cheat it. I was just gonna say Walter. Let's say it's cheating.
No, it's in the movie. I watched the.
You watched the movie. Shout out to He Got Game, man. Shout out to He Got Game.
His name is Walter.
He Got Game. I love that. I
love that movie too. One of my favorite movies ever. Yeah. All right. I said Jesus.
All right. Jesus. AD. I mean, the Lefster said Walter. And the answer was the Lefster got it right.
Lefster,
on the board.
Yep. You know
Walter
the only
Ray
reason
Allen is
if
his
it
real
is
name.
one year, right? I watched.
Yeah.
I think it was like the COVID year. I watched every basketball movie I could watch.
I watched so many movies in the pandemic, man. You know
when you could go to online and watch those movies for like illegal movies?
Yeah.
I was just trying to watch every movie I could watch.
I watched so many movies, TV shows, anime, everything. Oh man, yeah.
I feel it. All right, after like I said, after the little countdown, like I said, I'm gonna tell you guys 1, 2, and then you guys go.
Okay.
All right. Second question, the quote-unquote medium question. Who was the lowest seed to win an NBA championship?
Lowest seed to win the NBA championship. Wait, win this year? I mean, not this year. Last year?
Like an NBA history.
Oh, NBA history? Okay.
The lowest seed to win a whole title.
Oh, to win the whole thing.
You don't have to get the actual seed right. You can give me the team and I'll take it.
Right.
But if you also know the seed, that would be preferable.
Okay, the seed. So you want the seed and the team, or just the seed?
Like, I'll take the team at least. If you can get the team right, I'll count that.
Okay, cool. All right, let's see.
Wait. Do we say both or just one?
Everybody got
Whichever one.
Yeah.
You can say both. You can say both, but if you
Do
only
you
know the
get
team, I'll
extra
take that. I'll
points?
count
Do you
it.
get extra points?
Nah, no
Yeah,
extra
yeah,
points.
yeah.
No extra points. But like I said, if you only know the team, that's fine. I'll take that. But if you know the seed as well,
Okay.
I'll take
Okay.
that.
All right, I'm ready.
And 1, 2, let's hear it.
6.
Dallas. I think Dallas. I
Dallas?
think they were like 5.
The 6.
Okay, Lefster, 6 seed.
Somewhere in the 90s, I remember exactly when a 6 seed won.
Do you know the team?
I think it was.
Your time is up, Lefty. Go on.
I think it's when Houston won in the 6 seed, but I'm not 100% sure. But I do know a 6 seed won.
Ooh,
All right, let's get the answer here.
that was a tough one.
The answer was Lefster's on a huge today, man. You got it. So
Houston.
Lefster has tied AD at -1.
Wait, what was the answer?
Well, no, actually, no. AD's -3 now, and Lefster's bumped up to -1.
Wait, what's the answer?
The answer was Houston. Yeah, 1994. They were the 6th seed, and they won a championship. Akeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, they beat the Bulls that year. Yeah.
94.
Was it Magic? Was it
I
Magic?
don't remember. I think it might have been the
Okay,
Magic.
okay. Yeah.
I just remember.
All right, the Lefster.
I
2 for
remember
2 so far.
our Queen won one, and I remember
shout out to Akeem. Shout out to
that's the
Kenny
Twin
Smith.
Towers. No, the
Akeem.
Twin Towers.
One of the most underrated players in NBA
Towers.
history. I love it.
Yeah. Where's Hakeem from again? Where's he from?
Haiti.
Is he Haiti? Okay. Shout out to Haiti if he's from Haiti, but wherever he's from, shout out to him.
Congo. I know he's from somewhere.
Right, you looking it up? I just want to know where he's from real quick. I just always forget.
He's somewhere from the islands. I don't know which one.
I know he's from the islands, right? Okay.
Oh, he might be, from the, where is it, like the Virgin Islands?
the
Yes,
Bahamas?
not Virgin Islands. I think that's
He might be
David
from the
Robert.
Bahamas.
Bahamas? Nah, that's Buddy Hill.
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Shout out to Nigeria. Okay, shout out to Nigeria. I knew he's from somewhere. Yeah, that's nice. Shout out to Nigeria. All right.
Alrighty. Final question. This is supposed to be the hardest one, so let's see. Final question of the night. Will Lefster pull the first 3 for 3 in on the plus side history? A lot on the line.
I'm convinced that Lefster and Seabass are cheating. That's what I'm
Maybe am I giving too much time? Maybe I might have to cut it to like 3 seconds.
Lefster giving money to Seabass on the side. I don't.
No, nobody knows the questions. I don't tell them the questions beforehand, just to keep it real.
Yeah,
keep it
I'm
real.
playing.
All right, here we go. Who has the most assists in a game in NBA history, and how many?
Okay.
AD's got it. Does he have it?
I think I have it.
That was a pretty quick response.
Yeah.
AD looks pretty assured. All right.
You got to set the player too?
And I'll take the number if you have it. Number preferable, but
can you just say the name?
If you get the name,
okay.
If you get the name, that's fine.
Okay,
but if you get the number, that's fine too.
All right, let's do it. All right.
Let's do it. And 1, 2,
20.
Will,
Rondo.
because he have all the assists. He got every record in the book. Will Chamberlain.
I'm going 20 Rondo.
I'm going Will Chamberlain.
Rondo, 20. Lefster.
Will Chamberlain,
number
bigger than 20. Higher than 20.
Bigger than 20?
Yeah, because Will Chamberlain he got every record in the book pretty much. He got the most points. He got the most rebounds. Yeah. So I'm guessing he probably had the most assists.
He has everything, yeah.
He got everything. So that's my guess.
That seems logical.
That's my guess because he has everything. Right.
All right. Let's see. The answer is none of them. It's actually Scott Skiles.
No, Scott Skiles. Wow, I feel like I saw that in
sir.
2K before too. Wow, he had like 30 assists.
Former Orlando Magic coach. He did it with the Magic, and it was 30 assists.
I knew it. I knew it too. Wow, that's crazy. Wow,
that's wild. 30 assists in the game is insane. Dude. Can you think of getting a 30 assist?
I would not go undefeated. That I would never got it. I thought I had a good game.
I was hoping you go undefeated. I was like, dang, I go. That'd be a clean sweep. You get to bring out the brooms. God.
I'm happy with my guess.
I feel like I remember that too. I think from 2K. I know in 2K they have like the league history and stuff. So on my leagues, I always just do my leagues, and I would see him to there.
Right.
That's the only reason why I initially knew it before it.
Yeah.
Scott. If I never played 2K, I probably would have never known that either.
Yeah. Well, that's that, man. On the plus side, shout out on the plus side.
It's a wrap. 1 and AD went 0-3.
That's right. Thank you for tuning in to the Pick and Pop
All right, guys.
podcast. Yeah,
Plenty of weeks ago.
Pick and Pop podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Wherever you're at, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Catch you guys next week.